Hola. Bien. GreedFall. Again. Hola. A ver, tenemos que hacer la misión de secundaria esta de hablar con... de descubrir los secretos de la tía de aquí, de Cornelia. Joder. La gobernadora de San Mateus. Que tenemos que hablar con prostitutas. Interrogar a un tabernero y al prestamista. Así que vamos a hablar aquí, que este es el tabernero. Buenos días.
Can I get you anything?
Oh, Dios mío. A usted no le he visto hace
I'm here for
3 segundos.
something else. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
If you wish. What would you like to know?
¿Por qué está en todos los sitios del juego? Ah, claro, porque recicla la cara. Tiene sentido. A ver, interrogarlo sobre sus clientes importantes.
You sometimes deliver goods to your big clients, isn't that right?
Of course. The rich don't like to get drunk among mere mortals.
And have you ever supplied anyone from the palace?
Yes, that has happened. It suits them.
And who places these orders?
Well, a steward, of course. Don't you know how things work?
A woman? Dressed in a long green cloak?
No, the steward is more discreet. On the other hand, the person in the big green coat, the steward speaks to her sometimes. They know each other or work together.
Mencionar.
Do you think that the Mother Cardinal may have ever been here?
Are you drunk or something?
Averiguar.
What can you tell me about a certain candy cane?
Candy cane. Everyone speaks about him or has heard of him, but no one really knows him.
And what do they say about him?
Here, nothing. You need to go downstairs for that sort of thing.
To the games room and the brothel?
Yes, that's more the kind of place where they'd talk about him.
I have to go. I will leave you to your work.
Bueno, pues vamos a bajar. Aquí no hay pago de entrada, por lo que veo. A ver, tú.
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
Preguntar sobre la apuesta.
On what would we be betting?
On the fights in the arena. You never heard of them? Quite a few come here and bet fortunes.
And do they win?
A few do. Others have less luck. But they do get the thrill either way, you see. And that's all that counts.
Preguntar sobre la arena.
What is this arena?
It's a place of great pomp and entertainment, where all manner of fights take place. Men, women, savage beasts, island monsters.
El cual tú has
People
ganado.
are coming from everywhere on the island to participate. Or to bet.
Y ganar, como tú. El cual has ganado. Quiero remarcar que soy el ganador de esta mierda. De la arena, que porquería que tiene. Bueno, preguntar sobre bastón de caramelo.
I imagine that the name Candy Cane rings a bell.
Obviously, even though I would prefer it wasn't the case. He's a sort of organizer. He captures most of the beasts who fight in the arena.
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rumors aren't good for my business.
If that's the case, why don't you stop him?
He has friends, protectors. Without solid evidence, no one will lift a finger. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel have disappeared.
Do you know where I can find him?
He often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly advise you to stay away from the guy.
I know how to look after myself. Thanks for the information.
A ver, Madre Cardinal.
Has the Mother Cardinal ever come here to place bets?
The Mother Cardinal? And why not Saint Matthias himself while you're at it?
I must be going.
Next time, then.
Y ahora hay que preguntarle aquí a un putón. Literalmente. Hola.
So, have you found what you were looking for?
Let's just say that I'm gathering information.
My treasures are worth their price. I promise you that you will get your money's worth. For you, I'm sure we can make a special arrangement.
Here you are.
Thank you, my lord. I'll let you take your pick.
Thank you.
Ha sido el hombre. ¿Se lo pregunta el hombre? A ver. Cuidado con la broma que ha sido el hombre. No vale. No sé. Voy a preguntar. Hablar.
Look, a new face. Oh, but wouldn't that be... Hello, Father.
Oh, hello.
We would like to know if you know who this earring belongs to. Is it maybe yours?
Absolutely not. I am careful not to leave my belongings with clients, and I have no desire to answer your questions. That doesn't fall within my services.
Very well. Goodbye.
There are too many of you for me alone, my little lambs.
Sorry, madam, but we're here to ask other favors of you. This question might seem a little surprising, but do you know who this earring might belong to?
Why? It's mine. I lost it when... How did you get hold of it?
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Come with me. Well, what do you want? Why are you giving me back my earring?
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back that I'd lost it.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No. Do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
What would you like to know?
Pregunta por los fiesteros.
Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me. But I don't know them.
No veo más cosas sobre lo organizado.
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else, apart from the clients.
You can't even give me a single name.
No. The only person who sometimes speaks to this steward is a woman who is always wearing a green coat. She never takes part in the festivities, but the steward rushes over whenever she arrives.
Do you think that an important person from Teleme could have partaken in these soirees?
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you? You lot really think we are a bunch of degenerates.
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my child. Just answer our questions.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly doubt she dabbles in that.
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. What a testimony.
Preguntarle más cosas sobre ella.
Admit it, you must know more than you're letting on. It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close to these influential people, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I was able to recognize someone, once. Even with a mask on, I'm good at recognizing my clients.
Please continue. I'm all ears.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real importance, and you've probably never even heard of him. It's the local moneylender.
I know very well who you're referring to, my dear.
But I didn't mention anything to you, huh? This stays between us.
I don't even remember the subject of this conversation anymore. This woman in the green coat, could you tell me about her?
She always hides her face and never joins us. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the door.
I see. She is quite important then.
Hablar de...
Do you know someone who goes by the name of Candy Cane?
Everyone does. He is a powerful person, so his name makes the rounds.
Have you ever spotted him at these pleasure parties?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize him. I've heard his name before, but that's all.
Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I'd lose my clients if they suspected me of speaking about them, you know.
Ahora muere. Según sale... ¡Fua! Y dice, ¿qué? ¡Oh, Dios, la han matado! Qué pena, tío. Yo esperaba que fuese el tío, sinceramente. Llega la tía, no, no es mío. Y de pronto el tío, ¡ah, es mío! Y tú, ¿cómo? Oh, ok. ¿Quieres probar cosas guay? Y tú, no. Interroga al... ¿Tengo que hablar otra vez con él? Bueno.
Can I get you anything? Look who it is. I feel that once again you're not here to support my business.
I'm looking for a woman who comes here. She always wears a long green coat.
Yes, I have seen this coat before, but I have no idea who is beneath it, if that's what you're asking. All I know is that I've seen her speaking to a regular, a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders. Always prime choice.
I have to go. I will leave you to your work.
Vendré dentro de un rato a tocarte las pelotas otra vez. Espera, ¿y la otra? Ah, que tengo que volver a bajar para abajo. Me cago en sus putos muertos a caballo. A ver.
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
Mujer de la capa verde.
I'm looking for someone. A woman wearing a big green coat.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She's a good client. She comes in especially for the big fights, and she has prime information.
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't even know her name.
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect some winnings, would she?
No, and I can't really tell you when she'll show up next.
I must be going.
Next time, then.
Pues ya está. Ahora tengo que hablar con el otro tío. Entiendo yo que el de atrás, sí, el de atrás ha desaparecido, vale. Ahora simplemente hay que ir hasta ahí. Que creo que es por esta calle. ¿Me pasa o no? No iba bien. Ah. Tengo algo en la garganta. Cofre. Bueno. Hay gente aquí parada. A ver. Hola. Hola. Hola, pues entramos.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
I'll get straight to the point. I have bad news for you. I know about the decadent parties at the palace. I know that you take part in them.
What? But what are you talking about?
Stop acting all innocent. I have all the evidence I need to incriminate you. Although your reputation isn't spotless, there are others who have a lot more at stake than you. What if I were to spread it around town that you boast about being there? You know what happens when tongues wag too much.
That's enough. All right, I get the message. What do you want?
Hablar de la madre cardenal.
It would appear that you know the Mother Cardinal very well. I know that she borrowed money from you. I even know how much. What I want to know is why.
I have no idea. Do you really think that my clients tell me everything about their lives?
Does she still owe you money?
No, she always pays me back on time, and with interest.
Do you think she's plundering the city funds?
Ha! If that were the case, the funds would have been depleted long ago. Nah, the money's coming from elsewhere.
Tell me about Candy Cane.
We're not close, if that's what you want to know. I just know his name, like everyone else. I mean, there are some rumours. They say he does his business in the basement of the Coin Tavern.
What kind of business?
Oh, nothing to do with my line of business. He deals in arena fights, which would be on me.
I would advise you to keep all of this to yourself.
I don't want any trouble. I will be as silent as a stone.
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain Candy Cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Maybe he's just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer.
Ah, vale, al bastón de hostia, cuando ha dicho eso he dicho, vamos a hablar directamente con la señora, con la cardenal. Digo, ese plan me hace aguas por todos lados, ¿sabes? Veía ríos, o sea, literalmente veía un río y digo, uff, Ese agua... Ese plan no hace agua, hace ríos. El hijo de puta de lo malo que es. No, tienes que encontrar el bastón de caramelo e incriminarlo, ¿vale? Eso tiene más sentido estructural que lo que había pensado yo, la verdad. No voy a engañar a nadie. Mi plan era una porquería en comparación. Pero ahora lo que yo había interpretado... No, por aquí no es. Por aquí. Espérate. Está pasando algo raro aquí. Me acabo de perder. Debería estar aquí.
Candy Cane is not here. At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true. You're right. Let's come back later.
Bueno, al menos ya sabemos dónde es. Supongo yo. Vale, entonces hay que venir por la noche. Voy a lotear todo lo que pueda de camino. Le voy a echar a dormir y después vendré. Epa. Espérate, que aquí hay botín. Tengo demasiadas balas. Por una vez creo que voy a empezar a spamear escopetazos para vaciarme las balas porque lo tengo tan lleno y pesa tanto ahora mismo el personaje que no me... Cada mínima me sobrecargo de equipo. Cosa que no me hace ilusión. Es aquí, vale. Ya sé cómo volver. Lo cual es bastante correcto. Hay un interrogante arriba. ¿Qué carajos? Bueno, dormir. Noche. Vale, supuestamente debería estar... Ha sido un poco estúpido eso porque los dos se estaban moviendo ahí coordinados. Me pregunto cuántos aliados más tienes. Entiendo yo que habrá uno por... Spet, ¿verdad? O sea, por... Uno por cada uno de estos. Serían 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tíos. Ahora mismo hay 4, o sea que deberían faltar 2. Quiero entender yo. No recuerdo si he sido por aquí o no. Sí. Una mujer con una toga verde. No me vale. No, vale.
Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desade, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no legate.
Come on, it was just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Kane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I have faith in you, Father.
Pues ya está, yo soy amistoso con este tío. Vale, voy a hacer la misión de la madre. Espérate. Alcabatru. Es posible que ya no me pueda mover rápido, ¿verdad? No, vale. No pasa nada. Puedo seguir moviendo a velocidad normal.
Let's get rid of these money bags.
Son of a bitch.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
O sea que me alegro porque al final es botín y no le voy a decir que no. Joder, nunca le diré que no a lotear, pero Jesús, que me vais a llenar el puñetero inventario otra vez. Cojones, cortaos un poco a la hora de atacarme. Quizás debería meter todo lo que no uso. No es mal plan, la verdad. Hay un montón de mierda que no uso. Las trampas se tienen que quedar por obligación. Igual que la munición. Pero todo lo demás lo puedo guardar. Bueno, inventario. No sé para qué puñetas quiero guardar el sable de caballería esto. Debería venderlo, pero bueno. Esto lo va a vender, esto lo va a vender. Y una cosa que sí me interesa es esto. Creo que todas estas tonterías, que no las uso, que debería usarlas, por cierto, pero no las uso. Creo que... Es que pesan bastante poco, pero claro. Un peso poco por 100, pues... Es un peso bastante elevado. No, pesa 0,5, vale. Esto que es 12. Y esto ni lo uso. O sea que realmente esto puedo guardarlo entero. Cancelar. Solo quería que se guardase eso. Ok, voy a guardar estas tonterías aquí. Ya después miraré qué coño hago con ellas. Y esto es lo que siempre uso. Perfecto. Los guantes. No sé qué. Es que el de ciencia no lo necesito, la verdad. Porque el de forzar cerraduras sí. Vale. Pues ya está, creo que así me he quitado peso de sobra. Vale. No, espera. Cancela todo esto. Que se puede viajar, que estoy a punto de andar y digo, ¿dónde vas? Chocho loco, que podemos viajar. ¿Es aquí? Informa del descubrimiento de Constantin. Encuentra el campamento de la expedición de los eruditos. Pero no es esto lo que yo busco. O sí. A ver, voy a ir aquí por probar. A ver. ¿Alguna misión? Nada. Pues adiós. Cada compañero representa una clase de luchador. Acuérdate de organizar tu equipo en el campamento. ¿Se puede ser más falso? No, no puedo. O sea, eso es súper falso. Representa mis pelotas, son todos unos mierdas, tío.
What an astounding place.
She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sun.
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius. Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
Preguntarle por las tablillas robadas.
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their home like this.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
Bueno, puedo aprender sobre la historia.
Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
Preguntar sobre la creación de la aldea del Edén.
Tell me about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village. The islanders called it Vixenagad, which translates to the village of the old sage. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthias, and everything here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
La diversidad de la gente de la aldea.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
Sus relaciones con los insulares que viven horribles, los matamos a todos, quiero decir. Inquisición. Venga.
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go where?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
Su relación con las aldeas insulares vecinas. En guerra, fijo.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There are no Onol Manawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day we will manage to convince your kind to convert. But, in the meantime, we must settle for the miracle of great coexistence that this place already represents. Nobody thought we could live side by side with your people. And yet...
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
Bueno, aprende sobre la historia, ¿vale? Pues toca aprender. ¿Se puede ir por ahí? No, vale. Vamos a aprender sobre la historia historiadora del historiador historiado. A ver.
If you are saying that these tablets bear writings from the very hand of our holy founder.
A ver, voy a hablar con este.
I am busy. If you have questions,
go see Sister Eugenie.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
Preguntarle por las tablillas, iba a decir. Toma, tablillas robadas.
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Pregunta quién cree que es el culpable del robo. Y te señala a ti. Tú eres el culpable. Has vuelto a la escena del crimen. Joder. Pues no puedo encontrar fallas a lógica. Pero eso no tiene sentido, señora.
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Alas, I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Vale, esto se lo he preguntado. Pregunta dónde se encontraban las tablillas.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Mateus later. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to, but I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
Preguntar quién las estaba custodiando. ¡Ella! Y las ha robado ella, fijo.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you. Especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
Pedirle que hable de la creación del Edén.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings, and then I stayed.
¿Cómo reaccionaron los insulares? A ver.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of St. Mateus. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
A ver, enfrentamientos.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful.
Adiós. Marcharte.
Thank you. I will let you work.
Los sueños de destrucción. Hermano Vir.
Greetings. Desarde. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
A ver, tablilla robada.
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
La noche del robo.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Claro, claro. Ay, ¿de quién sospecha? Ahora soy Conan, por algún
Do you
motivo.
suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Falso, lo que les interesa es el dinero. Son unos bastardos. Implicación de los insulares.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things.
Hay algo en esas tablillas. Seguramente lo que descubrieron los historiadores o algo así. Por eso, este tío tira algo que seguramente se la ha quitado de en medio por eso. Bostezo. Seguramente tienen algo chungo escrito. Resulta que el Lucius o el Matthews ese era un violador y un asesino. Y tú, joder, estamos jodidos. Preguntarle sobre su llegada a Edén.
Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about Saint Matthias. But they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work now, if you don't mind.
Of course. I will leave you to your work. Goodbye.
Bueno. Ah, puedo hablar con el jefe. Voy a hablar primero con el jefe. Jefecillo. Creo que hay que bajar por aquí. Para subir por aquí. El sueño tengo, muerto. Hay algo para lootear, sí hay cosas para lootear. Pero primero, jefe.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onolmanawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
Preguntarle sobre Edén.
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
La llegada de Ptolemy.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Ptolemy, and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new neighbors.
Las conversaciones.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent, and they destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us alone. Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
Y hacéis bien. Las tablillas.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthias, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
Guerreros.
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vedlug, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many of them. Oi asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course. And the Vos didn't. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men. Perhaps wiser than they are.
No, en serio. Me mola la forma de pensar de este tío.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
Had they been wiser and accepted their new neighbors, they'd never have been forced to leave.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
Pues hala, vamos a investigar. Me cae bien el jefe este. El tío de aquí es que me agrada. En verdad es simple, simplemente vieron la potencia de... O sea, porque los otros vinieron con su magia de luz, o sea... Que en verdad no es luz, es sombra, lo cual es bastante gracioso. Es irónico. Pasándome en Petrus usa el poder de la oscuridad. Sabina.
There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So calm that he probably fell asleep. So, the thieves only had to take the key from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened. But someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
You think that the one who told them is in this village?
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
Ah, vale. Vale, eso es un normal porque... Si hubiese hecho esto primero me habría ahorrado un paseo. Bueno, segundo paseo. No sabía si me iban a enviar a hablar con ese tío o no, así que... Toma, venir a la mierda. Joder, tengo la garganta y fina. A ver, hola.
You have returned.
Tablilla.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
Intenta convencerlo de que hable. La buena carisma.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may not be so simple when it comes to her son. I have to go.
Like so many others.
Ah, Vindawal. Ah, vale, era del Rey León. Hostia puta, ya decía yo de qué me sonaba esa mierda esa.
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Bertie Tumad. Yes, that is me. What do you want?
Preguntar por Leer.
What can you tell me about Lair, your former leader?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the mind shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them now.
Aku.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of Saint Matthias.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
Tell me where the exiles are. I must retrieve these tablets.
You're asking me to betray my son. Promise me that you won't hurt him.
I promise. But if he reacts violently, I'll have to defend myself.
Then I hope he'll be reasonable. Bran and the others are hiding in the woods, beyond the circle of stone.
Thank you, Vindwal.
Ay. Van a hacer el imbécil, fijo. Lo he dicho antes, pero el tío de aquí me cae muy bien porque es muy listo. O sea, lo que está haciendo es inteligente, pero algo me dice que lo que van a hacer los otros va a ser súper estúpido.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Pues ya estaría. Bien, level 23. A ver qué poderosos talentos tenemos ahora. Habilidades. Ataque segador. No sé ni siquiera qué carajo un ataque segador. No sé si poner esto porque me gusta lo del equilibrio y todo esto, pero ataque segado me parece un poco estúpido. Voy a dejarlo y voy a coger el rodar. Me gusta más. Venga, cojo materiales y seguimos. Materiales y seguimos. ¿Qué es? Por abajo. Vale. ¿Qué estaba pensando? Ah, sí. Lo de la mierda esta. La misión esta. Espero que se pueda solucionar con carisma y les pueda convencer de que es posible que venga la Inquisición a matarlos a todos por traidores o algo así. Porque a la Inquisición se le va mucho la flapa.
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
To their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was a trap. It would be smarter to take the other path.
Voy a intentar que sea en sigilo, aunque llevo un traje suyo y quizás dicen, hostia, que llevas un traje de... Pero voy a intentar que sea en sigilo.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is to return to Eden.
Creo que ya puedo salir de aquí andando. Va, tienen una seguridad importante, ¿eh? Quiero decir, están todos en un sitio. No puedes ir por la izquierda. Hola.
What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
I think so. I managed to retrieve the tablets discreetly.
I am glad to hear that you managed to retrieve them. I will go talk to my son now. He needs to stop seeking revenge and find a new clan.
That would indeed be wiser. Vengeance has no positive repercussions.
Hala. Pues estaría. Lo dicho, tenían una seguridad de mierda porque estaban todos defendiendo el camino en medio. La izquierda es una trampa y de la derecha dijeron, va, seguro que nadie pasa por ahí. No sé, o olía raro ese sitio y no querían pasar por ahí. No pienso acercarme a ese sitio. Pero que tener mis cojones. No pienso acercarme a ese sitio, te digo. O algo así, porque es bastante jocoso, no te voy a engañar. Bueno, vamos a devolver las tablillas de los cojones a su sitio. No se pueden leer ni nada, ¿verdad? Me imagino que si los pones son tablillas. No, espérate. Tablillas. No se pueden leer. Yo lo he intentado, ¿eh? Yo he puesto de mi parte. Pero no me dejan leer eso. Bueno, hola señora, le traigo sus papelorrios.
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you. But how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the priceless treasures that you find.
Had you respected this village, you would not have to look for a culprit. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on the matter. Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action to really make it happen.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were a great help. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I'm very busy.
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
1000 de experiencia, 1300, vaya. Hacía tiempo que no veía cuánta experiencia me daban en... Avanza en la misión principal, vale. Hasta que no avance en la misión principal no hay tu tía. Aquí vine porque hay una segunda misión que está aquí, está aquí, está aquí, está... No puedo pincharlo. Bueno, da igual, hay un teletransportador aquí al lado. Ahí, vamos a viajar rápido. Bueno, guardo y viajo rápido yo ahí solo y ya empiezo en otro sitio. A ver, vamos por saco. Lo dejamos aquí, después de completar esa misión. Chustera, pero muy chustera. Y muy misión, pero chustera. En la que eres el detective Conan, por algún motivo. Así que después de una misión del detective Conan, de un capítulo bastante cutre comparado. El anime era mejor, no vamos a engañar a nadie, y el manga le superaba a este capítulo. Nos vemos en otro momento.